Keeping with the free, we're going back to Free Willy.
Imagine if the world you lived in, the space you breathed in, and the freedom you played in was suddenly taken away. Imagine if the only person who knew how you felt was a boy who felt it too.
You really like him, huh? Yeah. Gotcha.
In a world where beauty is held captive.
So 1993, a year before Andre, we have a movie where a little orphan boy is a little shit. He's an unlikable character for a good chunk of the movie, and is irritating. And he ends up with foster parents after he's caught stealing and doing bad things. And he broke into Free Willy, the adventure park or whatever, and graffitied it. So he part of his parole or whatever, part of his thing is that he is being forced to clean it. And repaint it and help them out. And then once he's done with that, and Free Willy him and Willy, not Free
He's not
Willy,
Free Willy yet. He's very much captive Willy.
him and Willy develop a bond, and then he starts training, like helping to train Willy so that they can convince the owner of Adventure Park to increase the size of his pen. And if I was the trainer that got brought in to train Willy, and what was he, 13, 12, a 12-year-old boy is having success where I, an adult, failed, and a professional failed, I wouldn't be quite as happy as she is. I'd probably be a little embarrassed.
I certainly wouldn't let that kid go in that tank with that whale. Because whales are incredibly, especially killer whales, are unbelievably dangerous.
I mean, they only do once they see that the whale likes him.
Yeah, even if a whale likes you, he will still try to kill you.
But no, this one's a expertly trained movie whale.
Yeah, they're especially dangerous.
And so then, yeah, it's a point where the owner is not getting his money back with Willy, and so he has his boys, his goons, try to damage the tank so that Willy will quote unquote accidentally die, because he is worth more dead than he is alive because of the insurance money. So then
Probably true.
So then, the kid, the trainer of the whale, and the caretaker of the place, all whale nap Willy so that they can help him escape. And then there's this whole chase scene where the bad guys are trying to stop them.
And then they do that bit where they're like, "Yeah,
yeah. As Willy magically jumps over the seawall, which would be way too high.
And Willy's like, "I'm gonna be totally fine despite having lived in captivity. Don't
For too
worry
long.
about me. I still have all my hunting instincts."
Yeah, the whale was played by Kiko.
And they tried to release him.
And once this movie was, I think it was after the third one or something, they tried to release him and it didn't go well.
It did not. We talked about that once.
We did.
And it very famously did not go well.
Future Justin can cut it in here.
Speaking of Free Willy, and they tried to release him, and yeah, it turns out that like when a creature is been in captivity, the wild sucks. Like real
I mean,
hardcore conservation.
Yeah,
don't get
when you're
that.
used to being fed 3 times a day without having to put any effort in, and then all of a sudden you have to figure out how to hunt.
Yeah, it didn't want to kill.
It's the equivalent of if I was like, okay, well, Justin, I know you've been having 3 squared meals and a roof over your head, and heating and like all these amenities, but I'm gonna take you into the middle of the woods, drop you there with this knife,
Yeah,
and you have to survive for a week.
Yeah, pretty much. Like you have not given me the skills to do so.
Except in the instance of these animals, there is no end to the week. It's just you have to survive,
Yeah, pretty
even though
much. Yeah.
you don't have the skills or knowledge of how to do so.
And so it just kind of turned into they would essentially take this whale out for a walk like he was a big dog, give him like he didn't want to kill live fish. He didn't want to eat live fish. It only ever ate dead fish, so they didn't want to eat live fish. It was gross.
Ideally, Keiko was going to learn how to survive in the wild here, then swim away to freedom, just like in the movies. And ideally, he'd be followed by scores of others like him, once wild creatures who'd been turned into performers. Nobody seemed terribly concerned that the cost of his upkeep had just increased threefold to $300,000 a month. He had 24-hour-a-day supervision. He loved it. It didn't seem to cross his mind that this was all about getting him fit for life beyond the safety of his pen. He was still less than enthusiastic about feeding himself. There was always someone handy with a herring that was already dead.
The first day that he was in the pen in Iceland, he caught a little fish, little bitty fish that he had on his lip and brought it back up to the veterinarian. And I mean, I don't even know how you could have picked it up, but he just had this little bitty fish in his lips and it was still alive, you know. And so, you know, I mean, you could tell that he was real curious.
The killer whale somehow lacked the killer instinct, or lost it somewhere in North America. High on a hillside overlooking his pen, skeptical Icelanders watched with amusement as Keiko's trainers tried to help him get it back, to turn a giant tub toy into a self-sufficient hunter by playing with him. Einar Hallgrímsson.
From the first day they came here, they have been doing the same things.
Which is what?
Train him just like before. We thought they were going to train him for going out in the nature, but make him jump every day. Give him the same food every day. Not fresh herring. They've tried it out in the sea this summer when they went to throw it to the sea. He didn't eat it. Only once frozen.
A bad sign. He isn't likely to find a lot of frozen in the wild.
Yeah, I probably could. I might. We'll see. We'll see how the week goes. I may. But yes.
But
the short version is, for the people watching now, is turns out that when you feed a fish, a whale, nice dead fish, and you just give it to him, it doesn't want to kill fish.
he doesn't want to hunt anymore.
It does not want to hunt anymore because why would it? Fun fact. Fun fact.
And
the wild fucking sucks. And
yeah, it's way harder.
Basically, they put him in a what effectively became a larger like one of those safari zones, but for whales. And they would effectively take the whale for a walk and feed him and have to take care of him because he did not have the skills, and there was no way to train the skills into him because he did not have them from birth.
Yeah, pretty much.
This also ends with that song by Michael Jackson where he's like, running down the river Jordan. As whales play in the background.
Alrighty then.
Did you not watch that bit in the ending credits?
No,
where
no, I didn't.
Michael Jackson being like,
no. Once it hit the credits, I stopped. So I think I actually like Andre more, and that purely has to do with the fact that for a way too much of this movie, the 12-year-old orphan is insufferable.
Right? Yeah, I do remember that. I do. See, I have mixed feelings about this movie. I remember simultaneously liking it and not liking it at the same time. I remember the bits without the whale, not enjoying those so much.
Yeah, it's a weird one where it's like I remember having a deep nostalgia for it. We had it on VHS, and I remember watching it to death. But but as I was watching it, I was like, I don't like it. I both do
I
and
don't
don't
think I like
remember.
this movie.
Not so much that, more just like I both do and don't remember large sections of it.
Yeah, I know that they made, yeah, like, you already brought them up, but I think there's 3 sequels.
Yeah, well, there's three of them.
There's
At
3.
least, at least three of
So
them.
there's at least 2 sequels.
Yeah.
3 including this one.
Yes.
I know that the kid comes back for the second one, and I'm pretty sure the second one is about, like, yeah, trying to get him to trying to integrate him with a pod, if I recall.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I've
I
definitely
think
seen
I
it.
think
I've definitely
I
seen
think the
it.
first one is, if I remember correctly, the second one is about finding him a pod and integrating him with it, and then the third one, this is
I
just me
don't
going
remember
off
the third one.
memory. The third one I think was about helping him breed.
That makes sense, because I don't think the kid's in the third one. I think they introduce a girl in the second one, and I think she's the main character in the third one. But I'm pretty sure the kid's only in the second one, and the second one was straight to DVD. The rest of them were all straight to DVD. They didn't go to theaters, which is crazy because this movie made a shit ton of money. But also, it's the kind of movie you just couldn't make today. You just couldn't.
Free Willy 2 is called The Adventure Home. It's set 2 years after Jesse freed him, and he's now reunited with his family, which includes his sister Luna, his brother Little Spot, and his mother Cat's Paw. Plot follows Jesse in a race against time after an oil spill separated Willie and his siblings from their mother.
Oh, well, I'm completely wrong.
And it's set up to get him back home before the ale traps them in the cove for good. Now I'm curious what the third one is.
Maybe that's the third one being about him breeding sounds familiar. That sounds right. I think it's like Willie's kid.
The Rescue. 16-year-old Jesse. So Jesse does come back
Oh,
for
he
the
does come back
for
for
the
the third
third
one.
one.
Oh shit. Okay.
He's an Orca research assistant. Uh,
God, I clearly remember nothing about these sequels. I know I've seen the second one. I'm positive I've seen the second one. I don't think I've seen the third one, but I've definitely seen the second one.
this it's going to be harder to read about the third one because the summary is not there and it just has the full plot, and I'm not reading the full plot
All right, that's
of
fair enough.
the third one.
Jordan, is this?
But it sounds like it's basically like they introduce a new 10-year-old character.
Yeah.
Who is like there's this whaling. He's part of a whaling family, and Jesse has to stop them from whaling.
Oh, on the moon?
If by the moon you mean the water.
Or whalers on the moon? We carry
So,
a harpoon.
yeah, to bring it all back to Free Willy, real quick, had a budget of 20 million. You want to guess what its box office was?
100 million.
153.7 million.
That did roll. I mean, that's
Which for 1993 money, that's pretty
It was a
good.
big hit, yeah. Yeah, these movies were.
Yeah, and Sorry?
I saw a clip of one person who was in it who was like, "Yeah, I would never make that movie today." So,
it would be very different if it was made today. The animal would talk.
I mean, yeah, the person was like, "Yeah, they're asking, oh, you rode the killer whale?" And she was like, "Yep, knowing what I know now, would never do that today."
When I saw that in the movie, when I saw him riding it, I was like, I don't think you're supposed to do that.
Yeah, that's
I think-
really unsafe.
I think that's a really bad idea.
For Jordan, is that it for Free Willy?
There was a fourth one.
Yeah, that's the one I think he might not be in. I know there's one of them that Jesse isn't in.
Which came out in 2010.
But Jordan, is that it for Free Willy?
Holy shit. Yes, that's it for Free Willy. Holy shit.
Okay.
And there was a show. There's two seasons of a show.
We don't have time to deal with that. Hey there, everybody. It's N-Card Justin here. Did you know they made that many Free Willy movies? Have you seen all of the Free Willy movies? Have you only seen the first Free Willy movie? Let me know what you're thinking down in the comments down below. But in the meantime, if you'd like to see the full podcast that this video is from, our cute animal special, you click the box on the left. Or if you just want to see a random video that YouTube thinks you're going to enjoy, you click the box on the right. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. We put new videos out 7 days a week. Really, can you sleep this good day. Have a good day, everybody.